Today's topic, we're talking about the effects of chemical medication versus alternative therapies. I call it the happiness chemicals, which we already have in our bodies, and we can bring them up as we wish. So dopamine, that's the reward chemical. And it happens when you're doing any form of self-care routine. You've got oxytocin, the love hormone, happens when hugging, you're playing with your pets, you're giving compliments. And serotonin, the mood stabilizer, happens when you meditate. You've got sun exposure, you're going for walks in nature, and you're generally just exercising. There you go. Hi, how are you doing this evening? Or this morning, or this afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. Just in case you don't know who I am, my name is Hitesh Daudia. I help startup entrepreneurs and home carers create a more balanced lifestyle. Today's topic is about drugs. You know, there's good drugs and there's bad drugs. Or it's the medication versus the alternative therapies out there. So, what I'm going to talk about is how you can, with your parents or your elderly parents, you can maybe help their mood change over time by doing simple processes or simple exercises and just make it feel better. Right, now, you might have medication here. You might have, a blister pack, with your elderly parents. You might have, tablets, sodium bicarbonate, help them eat better. You might have creams and lotions and potions just to make them feel good and keep them healthy, in tip-top condition. But all of these drugs, like if I just open this pack up, there's ferrous, I can't even pronounce the name, furoate, there's lansoprazole, there's Endorphin, aldecal, and there's just some of the tablets that my mum has to take on a regular basis. And I'm just wondering what all of this medication is doing to her internal organs, kidneys, because it has to go through that filtering process, all of these tablets and every medication that your elderly parents take. And I'm going to sort of flip the coin there and just say, what is the difference between alternative therapies and medication? Sometimes I completely understand that your parents have got to a certain age and they need to take this medication to keep them going. Please carry on doing that. I'm not giving you any medical advice here. I'm just telling you what I do with my mum. Maybe you might want to try it with your elderly parents and it might benefit you as well. The first one I want to talk about is dopamine. Now, this is like a reward chemical. You can get that reward, whether it's for yourself or whether it's for your parents. You can do various activities, self-care actions, self-care routines and activities that you can do for them and yourself. And especially at this time, might be going through some mood swings at the moment, and you might feel like the world's just eating you up and you don't feel like doing anything. Or you look outside and it's overcast. Depends where you are in the world, though. Sometimes you can look outside, it could be sunny. So you need to go and get your vitamin D in there. So that, that's one. It's eating food. When your mood changes, sometimes you don't feel like eating. If you don't eat the right foods, it's not going to fuel your body. Your body is basically, it needs to be, if you imagine it like a car, the food is like the petrol for the car. The food is, the fuel for you. So you need to eat the right ingredients. I've recently changed my diet, not completely yet, but it's a slow progression. And I'm more plant-based and veggies. And I used to eat meat before, but I sort of rarely do that now. I found that both for me and my mum, we've ended up having more energy in our bodies. It's something that I'm grateful for that I decided to make that decision. The doctors were not going to advise me to make that decision, but it's something that I had to do on my own. I don't just jump into things. I test them out a little bit. And then I'd sort of like say to my mum, how do you feel after a week? Do you want to continue this or do you not? It's always good to test and measure as you're going along. Next one is celebrating those little wins. It might seem very trivial to you. If you do something and it puts a smile on your face, celebrate that and share that win with somebody else. Ring up your friend and say, oh, I did this today. And I just wanted to share that with you. It might put a smile on their face. That's even better because the more people that are smiling right now, it's going to put good vibes into the world as well. And there's a lot of negativity at the moment, but you can still look at that negativity and you can look at your situation and you can say, I'm in control of my situation. I'm not in control of the exterior situation and I won't be able to control that. but I can control my internal situation right now. And, just work on yourself. The next one is completing a task and maybe like decluttering. So it could be any task. It could be finishing a website if you're on the startup entrepreneurial route. You've got lots of tasks on your to-do list. Even in completing one of those, it could be a simple thing like as I've mentioned here, decluttering. A certain space in your room you might see that has a load of paperwork just sitting there, and it's calling your attention, and you just say, okay, I'll do that tomorrow, and then tomorrow turns into a week, and you just don't deal with it. But just like dealing with that, or you might have a pile of letters that you haven't opened yet, and you're saying to yourself you're going to get around to doing that. Just quickly open them up, read them. If they're needed, keep them. If they're not, bin them or shred them, and just get rid of that clutter that you see every day in a specific part of the room. The next one is oxytocin, the love hormone. We all love a good hug. Receiving a hug from family members, friends, that is the most simplest and most effective way of releasing oxytocin in the body. It makes you feel better just by a simple hug. And I encourage you to practice that every day. A minute or two, just hug someone that you're living with at the moment, yeah? The next one is, holding hands. Just simply human touch. We all crave the human connection, the touch. And just simple things like holding hands can make a difference, and it can make the other person feel loved. So today I was walking in the park with my mum. I was holding her hand. It made her feel wanted. It made her feel she had a purpose. And I asked her what she was grateful for today. And she basically said, I'm grateful to go walk in the park and hold your hand. And she actually said that to me. And I thought, I didn't think nothing of it. I just held her hand really, and I didn't think anything of it. But she noticed it. And so the things you're doing consciously or unconsciously, the other person will notice these things. Next thing is giving compliments. Everybody loves a good compliment. You're handsome, or you're beautiful. Wow, that dress, it looks fantastic on you. Wow, what have you done to your hair or your nails, or, whatever it is, just give the compliments. People love compliments. It makes them feel good about themselves. It makes you feel good about being humble in giving that compliment. So it's important. And like I say, all of these things are very simple, yeah, but you're in control of this. Playing with your pets. Simply like if you're stressed and, you're stroking a cat, it makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, and it's therapeutic. You could be playing with your dog, or, if you've got a tortoise like my mum has. He's in hibernation mode at the moment, but she loves to sort of get him out and feed him and, and pamper him. He gives that energy back to her. It's something that is not a give and take. She's just doing it unconditionally. And all mums and dads, they give love unconditionally to us children. And it's time for us to sort of like step back and say, now's my time to really give back to my mum and dad as well. The next one is serotonin. And I call it's the mood stabilizer. There could be a number of things. Put in the chat box. If you come up with anything out of any of these that I haven't mentioned, then just put them in the chat box saying you like to do this as well. I'm always interested. So we've got cycling and running. Yeah, this gets the heart pumping, and you're doing a cardio exercise here. So it's sort of that's pumping all the blood around the body. Parents, sometimes I touch my mum's hands and they feel cold. And I know the blood is not circulating in the body. So I get her to do some exercise, or we, do a little dance, something like that in the morning. And again, that gets her blood pumping. And when I touch her hands again, they're all nice and warm. So I know the blood's circulating in the rest of the body. Simple things like meditating. You might be thinking you've got so many things to do, or you feel like you're not getting anything achieved you wanted to do in that day. And it's a simple case of just letting yourself say, I'm going to give 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is in the afternoon, just to meditate for myself. And I've created a meditation before. If you search for meditation, I'll show you the techniques that I've used, and maybe you can follow those too. But there's different ways of meditating, but feel free to check that out. Next one is getting that sun exposure, getting that vitamin D onto your body, onto your face, and into your body. There's nothing like getting vitamin D. And I know sometimes it can be difficult if you're in a country where it's not sunny so much, but any moment the sun breaks out, I encourage you to just go out into the garden, look up at the sun, close your eyes for a minute or so, and just get that vitamin D exposure. There's a lot of people in the UK that are vitamin D deficient. If you're in a sunnier climate, maybe it's easier for you to just get out there and enjoy the sun and the vitality. Simple exercise like swimming as well. If you go back to, there's so many different types of exercises you can do. You do what you love. If someone tells you to run and you hate running but you like cycling, then cycle. Because that will bring up that good serotonin in your body, make you feel good about yourself. So there's various exercises you can do. I mean, I've only named a few here, but I'm sure you've got a few in your mind that you're thinking, yeah, I haven't done this for ages. Maybe I should just start doing that again. Pull a walk in nature, in the park, if you've got a beach close to you, all very therapeutic and all things that you need right now to keep that stability in your mood. Dance like nobody's watching, people say. And of course, yeah, you can dance like nobody's watching, unless you want to go on a social media platform and you want everyone to see your dance moves. That's a different case. I'm not so much like that. I don't think I could go onto a social media platform and do my dance moves. Just feel like dancing, putting some nice music that you love. You might have it on your Spotify playlist, whatever apps you're using, and just play that tune in the morning just to get your mood in the right frame of mind, and then you can pursue the rest of your day. The next one is endorphin. Now, this is a painkiller. Now, what do I mean by that? If you've got any pain, you want to get rid of that fast, yeah? You could watch any comedy or anything that makes you laugh, and if it makes you laugh, it's definitely going to make the other person laugh. And I did an exercise on YouTube, and the video was called Are You Okay? If you haven't seen that, I encourage you to check out my channel. Just type in my name and you'll see that video. I go through a little exercise in there. It was to motivate home carers, but in there, I actually make you laugh through video. That will make you feel good. And I encourage, you to come back to that video anytime you feel like you want to have a quick laugh, then please do so. Massage, and we all love massages. I certainly do. Whether it's with oils or creams or hot stone massage, Swedish massage, there's loads different out there. But as long as you've got someone giving you a massage, if you've got any pain in your body, it just releases it. I don't know if you can, if the gyms are open or if they're not, but if you can, then maybe go into a jacuzzi, let the bubbles make you feel good and release that pain that you have in your body. Very therapeutic as well. Next thing, probably one of my favorites, is eating dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate, and I've got stacks of them in the fridge, but I don't eat them every day. I give myself a little treat, maybe once a week, and I'll have some dark chocolate while I'm watching a movie. Different ways of, they're saying there's laughter therapy, where you sit across a friend and you look at them in the eyes. You sort of go into their soul by looking into their eyes, and then you slowly move your mouth up into a smiley position, and you keep on doing that, and then soon you're transferring energies with laughter. If you want to find out more about different types and techniques, just Google it and just put in laughter therapy and see what comes up. Again, exercising, as I mentioned before. If you're stressed, you might want to do some boxercise, hit the bag, and get all of that aggression out of you and into the bag. Exercise will definitely relieve any pain in your body, whether it's mental or physical. In summary, I just wanted to say what we've been talking about today. Today's topic, we were talking about the effects of chemical medication versus alternative therapies. I call it the happiness chemicals, which we already have in our bodies, and we can bring them up as we wish. So dopamine, yeah, that's the reward chemical, and it happens when you're doing any form of self-care routine. Got oxytocin, the love hormone, happens when hugging, you're playing with your pets, you're giving compliments. And serotonin, the mood stabilizer, happens when you meditate. You've got sun exposure, you're going for walks in nature, and you're generally just exercising. There you go. So there you have it. Let me know in the chat box, actually, what sort of mood are you in today? And which one of those 4 would you do to lift up your mood? Yeah, I'll be interested to know. If you can't remember the spellings of them, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just put 1, 2, or 3, or 4. I can sort of take it from there. If you're a home carer, and I'd really love to be able to help you out on your journey. Currently, just a quick survey, just to let me know where you are, and I will be bringing out a course very shortly. That course is going to help you with creating a more balanced lifestyle. And so there's a lot of things that go into that course that I'm working on at the moment, so behind the scenes. I just wanted to give you a heads up, and that's it really. So I wanted to say thanks very much, and as I always say, achieve more by doing this. Don't you think it's about time? Right, take care.